Hey, welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share with your friends. Today we are making sugar rolls. Just sit back and watch. You can send me comments or ask questions thereafter in the comment section. The next flour we're working on is sugar rolls. Looking very pretty. I'm going to be taking you from stage to stage of roast making. Roast making is universal, and once you understand the formation of roses, you will be able to make rolls anywhere. Now, somebody asked in the class, how did I get this color? Look at it. This is a paste color. Just add to this and knead, add to the white and knead, and you will get this color. The first thing in roast making is the rose bud. I have them made here. At every given point in time, you should at least meet 50 in my bakery because we use it from time to time. The wire I'm using is wire gauge 16. 16-18 is good for the weight of what I'm going to do. And the cutter, I'm going to be using the first three cutters in the set. Okay, there are 6 here. I'm going to be using the first 3 cutters. I'm going to start with this, then I'm going to graduate to this, then this will be the last stage. All right, so let's start with the wire. I've cut the wire into 2. I've shown you how to cut wire, and here I'm just going to bend the hook. Look at it. Hold this with the tip of your plier and roll over, and that's the hook. All right, just bend the hook, and this is my paste. I'm going to crush this in my palm and get a smooth round ball like that, and I'm going to achieve a teardrop. It's as simple as that. Now, the bigger the board, the bigger the cutter you will start with. How do I know the cutter to start with? Make sure when you measure it like this, it's not, the tip of this one is not more than half of the cutter. That's how you know the cutter to start with. Now, the bigger this is, the bigger your flour will be. So, if you're making small flowers, I have them in different sizes. Okay, I have the big ones like this to make massive flowers, and I have the smaller ones. Now, when you make this, touch your wire on the glue and insert it through the middle, almost to the top, almost to the top. Then you pinch the base like that to make sure it's secured. All right, and you leave it for at least 24 hours before you work on it. Okay, that is, every stage of roast making is important and every stage is useful. All right, the next one is that I have a board. I'm going to start my first formation, which is 2 petals. All right, so I've cut out the petals and I'm going to frill. Now, this is where I'll teach you how to hold this and how to frill with it. Look at it. Hold it like a pen, like you want to write. Put 1/3 of it on the petal and 2/3 on the foam pad and move it. One-third of your boiling 2 on the petal and 2/3 on the what is it called, foam pad. But honestly, I don't want it to frill out like this. I just use that one to show you how to frill. I'm just going to straight out the edge of what I want, because the first 2 petals of rose, you don't need them frilled like that. Okay, you are not looking for any frill at that stage. All right, so I just want to thin it out. All right, so I take my glue gum and I just rub on this, then rub on this and leave one dry. That dry one is the first I'll start with. I'll put this at the center of this. Look at it. Okay, then I'll start from the top here. With my thumb, I roll this across the tip of my board, making sure that the tip is completely covered. That is how to make a rose. If you don't get this stage, you won't get anything. All right, with this thumb, I rolled this, push it in such that the tip is completely covered. Then I'll take the second one, I'll push it inside this one, okay, such that it intersects with that part that I closed up, and I will wrap it around too. Did you see what I do? Okay, so right, then make sure your glue you're using a little at a time. This one is almost too much. All right, so this excess here, I'm going to cut it away. Look at the beginning. This is rose. This is the rose board. All right, it should be so neat that nobody is seeing the center of your rose. That board, whether white, green, blue, I don't want to know. I just don't want to see it. Okay, so let's keep that. You allow that to set for like 1 hour thereabout, you know, before you add the next one. So this is it. I'm going to add 3 petals. You know, we started with 2 petals. Now we're going to add 3 petals to the 2 petals. That is just rose formation. Okay, and after each addition, you allow it for a while. Okay, so all right, so I just apply glue halfway down. All right, so I start from any joining, making sure that this tip is a bit higher than the first one. Okay, then I put this at the tip of the first one. I put number 2 at the tip of number 1. Okay, and I roll over. I put number 3 at the tip of number 2, such that I have a beautiful distribution. Isn't it looking rosy? All right, so that is that. You leave it for a while too. The next one is the 5 petals. Oh, I hope I can still use this because I want this very okay. At this point, I don't mind if I have some frills coming out. I think it will be beautiful. Okay, so just halfway down, we apply it halfway down. There's the set of 5. We apply it halfway down. So here I have my 3. So I'm going to, you start from the joining, put it in between the joining. That's how to start it at any level at all. Okay, now since it's a set of 5, I'm just going to go inside, put 2 inside 1, put 3 inside 2, put 4 inside 3, and put 5 inside 4. Just make sure that they are on the same level, and you see how beautiful it's looking. Okay, now I can play with these edges. I can play with them so long as they are not dried. I can play with them. This one is a bit, you know, that first one with frilled, so I can play with them. Because the board is completely dry, you know, it will be able to hold it for me. But I could dry upside down too. I could just bend this and hook it here and allow it to dry, and that is this. Now at this point, I'm not going to add anything again until after a day. That's how to get it real hard and set there. Now this is a set of 7. After 5 is 7. This one I will need spoon to help me dry them out, to help me it's not dry them out now, to help me keep them in shape, you know, the edges in shape. All right, I'm going to just straight it out. And I take a spoon and I put it inside, and with my fingers I just try to bend this over and leave it for like 15 minutes. If it's Harmattan time, 5 minutes is okay. Then I just apply glue halfway down too. I'll apply glue. It may not even be just that halfway down, just at the base, because I will want it to be opened a little. All right. This is the set of 7. Now you can, after applying 7, adding 7, you can leave it overnight, leave it till tomorrow, then add 9, add 11. It will keep getting wide. But as the petal is going wider, you know why you leave overnight is because you need these ones to help you open up the other ones. So you can use tissue, cut and put inside. So let's go. I'm starting from a joining again. Look at it. So like that. Like that. Like that. This ones I did before the video started actually crossed it out on time, so but it's okay. And I'm just going to, rose formation is the simplest formation I've ever seen. Put 2 into 1, put 3 into 2, put 4 into 3, put 5 into 4, and that's it. Hello? Look at it. Isn't it cute? Looking cute, looking perfect. I'm going to allow this rest for a while, you know. Then maybe I should add calyx to it right now. Roses are not complete until you have calyx on them. All right, so I told you every stage of rose making is useful. There's no useless stage in rose making. All right, so I'm not just going to glue this. At times you see some of this one, you know, popping up. Allow it to have a natural look. Okay, so this is my sugar rose. Let me go just dry it upside down so that it sets. All right. Okay, this one too, let me have a calyx on it. Let me have a calyx on every one from the board. I'm sure you've seen it, but maybe you're like, you didn't pay attention. Okay, so yes, someone have seen this before. This is rosebud. When it's just budding, when it's just, I can't push firmly against this. You know, this is fresh. So you've seen this before. That is rosebud. The next one, at every stage you put calyx on a rose, it's going to respond to you. It's going to come alive and look very very beautiful. So every stage of rose making is simply beautiful. The next flower in our, okay, here now you can just dust. This is red rose. I'm preparing for Valentine's, so I'll just still brush them a little when I'm done, but I prepare them in bright red colors. Okay, so if you need to brush, you can brush. I've shown you how to brush with colors and all of that. So this is rose making, and this one is setting and it's looking gorgeous. It's looking just pretty. Okay, so let's hang it and allow it to dry. The next flower we're making is peony. Open peony. Peony is my flower, is a flower I love so much. Let me get things set for peony and I'll be back.